Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, children and young people are the future of our society, of course, and because they hold the power to change our country. But unfortunately, a majority of South Africa's youth still don't have access to opportunities. And with this in mind, the Youth Capital organization was inspired to create a platform for young people to help them get their first decent job through face-to-face workshops and online discussions through social media. Kristal Duncan, who's the project leader of Youth Capital, is here to tell us all about it. Hello, Kristal. Welcome to the Loft.
Hi, Bonnie. Nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
What an essential service for our young people. Tell us what inspired you to start this.
So we're a small team at Youth Capital with big dreams. Youth unemployment is a huge problem, as you've already said.
Yes.
But young people have huge potential. There are 20 million young South Africans in this country. And each one of them is brimming with hope and optimism and have huge resilience and grit. But they really just need opportunities and support. So Youth Capital sees itself as a platform to amplify the voices of young people, to bring young voices together, to make young people realize that they have power and agency to speak up for themselves. Because a lot of the conversations around youth unemployment are had by politicians and academics with very little young people in the rooms or in those conversations. And we also feel that what's missing from the conversation is a common agenda, so a clear goal that everybody working in the space can work towards. And we really, as Youth Capital, have done a lot of work last year trying to look at evidence and research and listen to young voices to see what the key things are that we need to focus on.
Yeah, and what has that research revealed? And of course, young people make up 36% of our population, and that's a huge percentage, and we need so much resources for them. What has some of this research revealed are one of their biggest stumbling blocks or blocks to getting a job that they want or desire?
Yeah, absolutely. So of that huge percentage, the shocking figure is that 8 million young people, so if you think of filling the F&B Stadium 90 times, those are the number of young people that are not in any education or training or in any job opportunities. It's a huge number. And from talking to 350 young people across 5 provinces last year, we found some things that you would expect. So lack of access to finances for education, lack of jobs, which are things I think most people know. But the things that were surprising for us was that young people carry a lot of burden from their household. They worry about sick parents. If they get bursary money, they need to send some money home. They don't have social networks of support. Many of them live in homes where nobody is employed, so they don't have anybody to help them figure out how to look for a job, where to look for a job. At schools, they lack career guidance, so even if they make it into a post-school education program, they maybe made the wrong choice because they weren't aware of what the opportunities are.
Yeah, or they make the choice that they think is going to get them to success the fastest and not necessarily something they're good at or enjoy. What are some of the services that you offer?
So we at Youth Capital, there are lots of good programs that exist, and we really don't want to take away from all of those programs. We think of Youth Capital as a campaign that everybody belongs to, so we don't want to own it. It belongs to everybody. Every South African should support the campaign. So we really want to create a platform for young voices, but also other NGOs working in the space, academics doing research, businesses, politicians. Go to our website, see how you could get involved. We'd like to create a space for collaboration for all of these players, because it's a huge problem and it's going to take each one of us doing our little bit, however small, to tackle it.
I mean, any young person listening out there right now is probably really excited to hear this, and obviously all the information is going to be on our website. That's amazing. And at which point do you start helping the young person?
So what we've done, we try to run campaigns where we can elevate the voices of young people. So our first campaign this year was around voter registration weekend.
So as early as high school?
Yeah, from 15 years old, we've done workshops. 15 to 34 is the group that we work with. And we put out a call for young people to go to their local voting station and report on why are young people coming to register to vote and what do they want to see change in this next political term. And we were overwhelmed by the response. And all we gave them was 100 Rand transport money and half a gig of data to send us the voice notes of their interviews. And young people just showed up and did amazing things. One of our reporters even interviewed one of the MECs in the Eastern Cape.
Oh, that's lovely.
And just really pushed on the issues and asked the tough questions.
Yeah.
And the surprising thing to come out of that is that young people really want to see representation of themselves in Parliament. They want to see young people in Parliament, young people who they can empathize with, who understand them. So that was really interesting.
And anyone watching who has the resources and the energy, how can they contribute to your organization?
Well, you can go to our website and get our contact details. I really think of us as a connector. So if you've got a great idea or you're doing some great work, we can connect you with other people and kind of amplify the work that you are doing, because we think there's lots of lessons that have been learned already. It's really just about surfacing them and thinking about how to put them on the national platform.
Wow, I think it's such an extraordinary idea. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.